All right, what's up, guys? Video number 3. I'm Chase Minifield. Appreciate it if you made it to this video. If you haven't watched the previous videos, watch those. I'm here to bring advice, support to any type of entrepreneurs, real life experience that I've experienced in starting multiple tech companies now, and also having a small business that I've ran as well. So taking both of those different expertises and bringing it to you guys. You know, free content, free game. Take it, go be great with it. That's how I see it. So today we're going to talk about the top 5 mistakes, right? Like the top 5 mistakes that I think I experienced or I've seen so far. Plus, in general, you know, I think I'm taking mostly my personal mistakes in my journey so far. I've been running my tech company now for 6 years. We've grown slowly. Been in an industry that's, you know, a tough market with property management, crowded market space. But we have a good product, and you know, we've hit some bumps in the roads. We've had some big seasons of growth. We had some small seasons of growth. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about the 5 things that I feel like are the top 5 situations. So let me pull up my notes real quick. All right, so top 5 mistakes new tech entrepreneurs make and how we can avoid them. So number 1 on my list is not raising enough money or not feeling like you have to raise money. This is really my experience, honestly. You know, I started another business that was a large business when I first started entrepreneurship, right? And we scaled pretty quickly. You know, specifically we hit 30,000 my first year and 400,000 my second year, and then we was at $1 million in my third year. You know, whereas my current tech company, we're still striving to hit $1 million going on year 6. 2 different types of industries, 2 different types of thoughts. You know, in the tech company space, we are reinventing a thought process. We are reinventing, and we have a product to sell to market. So a lot different than the service industry, where I have high cost of goods sold, low cost of goods sold in the tech space. But nevertheless, the growth trajectory has been different, right? And selling is something that is brand new in the space, and I focus in the tech industry, and from my product side, from selling it, is creating something that is valuable, right? Like I heard somebody say this yesterday, is like, if you create something that's of value and that's of use to somebody, everything else will work itself out. So, but my biggest mistake, number 1, is not raising enough money or feeling like I don't have to raise money as a tech founder. And I think that's a mistake that I want to avoid in the future in any other venture I do, or for anybody else that's out there listening, is value yourself high as a traditional tech company. Don't see yourself as a traditional small business. You know, and it's not necessarily based on revenue, but it's based on what people are willing to pay. If people are willing to pay this valuation for you, take enough money or take more money so that you have the capital needed to scale and grow at a high level, instead of, you know, just pushing along. I think that's the journey that we got into when we didn't raise a lot of money. We still haven't raised $1 million of capital yet as of today. We've raised $565,000. We've done way over $1 million of revenue in our total generation of our company, but it's been a proof of, I've been focused on customers, which is good, focusing on customers. But if we would have had that capital up front, I don't know, I would like to see where our trajectory will be at right now at year 6. I think it would be a lot different story. I think it would be on a different path. But so that would be my first mistake, is not raising enough money or not feeling like you have to raise money and you're going to brute force this. The second mistake I see tech entrepreneurs make is hiring inexperience. And this is another thing that, you know, I've had to learn through as well. I like to hire based off potential and based off of, oh yeah, this person's going to be great down the road. May not have the experience year to date right now, but I see something great in this person, and I'm willing to work with this person as they build through what we need them to be in this space. And that's not a bad thing, you know. I've been able to hire at a salary level that's not industry standard because of that, but also, you know, we've had to grow and have learning curves and speed bumps and not just be on the same trajectory. And I think also investors have a better taste in their mouth for putting their money behind people that have already done things, right? Even me as a founder, if I've already built a company before, they have a better experience with putting money behind me. tech, the technical co-founders. If they've built things before, they have a better experience putting money behind them, right? Like if you have a new technical co-founder and a new CEO, and you want money up front, and you haven't generated no traction, it's going to be very unlikely to raise money as easy as it would be for somebody else that has that type of experience behind them and that type of reputation behind them. So hiring and experience can be good in sometimes, but I would say if you're starting a tech venture, try to find people that have irons in the fire. I think you'd rather have a smaller team with a lot of experience to get money behind you rather than a bigger team with lack of experience in the tech industry specifically, and have a hard time raising capital. So that's my first two: not raising enough money or not feeling like you have to raise money. And then number two, hiring experience. Make sure you're hiring people that are experienced in the space that they're doing. My third one is a big thing for me. It's doing anything else besides sales. When it comes down to it in business, sales is the only thing that matters. Customer is the only thing that matters. Those are the people that prove your worth, prove your product, prove value. So at the end of the day, sell. That's really the only thing I can tell you. At the end of the day, sell. And I feel like we focus on a lot of things other than selling, like product, marketing, social media, all these other different types of things like that. Get sales, get revenue, get investment, build your product. It's pretty simple, but I don't think enough time is focused on how important sales is for any company that's building, right? And in the tech space, you can get caught up in doing other things besides selling. For me personally, as a CEO and a tech company, sales was the only thing I focused on from the very beginning. Then I wanted to focus on raising capital, and me raising capital then took away from me selling. So then I had to bring in somebody to sell. So it's just like a never-ending cycle right there, right? So if I was a CEO today, I would start a team with somebody specifically on sales and myself helping with sales, but also raising capital as a CEO. I think that is the best mix of growth, is having somebody that's 100% heads down, growing the business, while somebody is over here getting revenue and investment to coincide and throw fire on that growth that this person is already generating. That's what I would suggest. So that would be number three, doing anything else besides sales. Number four, not enough market research prior to investing the time, the money, and the energy in your product. So a lot of people want to start a tech company based on an idea. A lot of people want to jump in and get going on something. They believe it wholeheartedly. You have to have an in-depth and a deep knowledge of what you're solving to validate it in the market, right? Most of the things that I've tried to build are things that I actually experienced myself. So my market research has been my years of being in this industry. And I think those are the best situations for starting a tech venture, is somebody that has been in this market 5, 6, 7 years, and they understand it like the back of their hand, right? The people that have ideas behind a product and they try to fit it into a market, I think is a little bit different. I've seen some people be successful with it, but I think it requires a lot of market research. It's a very risky venture. It's a very risky venture that can lose a lot of people money and can flame out quick, right? So that would be the fourth thing I would say, is releasing a product or coming up with an idea and putting your time and your energy behind it when you don't have either that in-depth industry knowledge from years of experience yourself, and you're just building off of an idea, right, that you believe should be beneficial in this space. That would be the fourth mistake that I would say top, new tech entrepreneurs make. And last but not least, the fifth thing is doing nothing. It's pretty straightforward, right? The fifth mistake that new tech entrepreneurs make is doing nothing. Sitting there, I got an idea. I know this wants to work. I'm gung ho about it. I keep telling everybody this is gonna be big. I got this idea. I'm waiting to do this. I'm waiting to do that. But ultimately, you're doing nothing. Biggest mistake you can make as a tech entrepreneur. The way tech is blowing up, the way that AI is about to affect the industry, the amount of opportunities that industries and markets have that have not been touched by technology. I think the biggest mistake you can make is not do nothing, right? So that would be my last thing, is if you aren't doing anything and you are sitting there just thinking about thoughts, you're actually doing yourself the biggest disservice that you can do. So number 5 If you're doing nothing, that's the worst thing you can be doing if you have a tech idea, because the tech landscape is a growing landscape. AI is affecting every space of the market, and this is an opportunity for you to get in, build something, and create something that's going to be lasting and possibly generational changing, right? So those are the top 5, guys. Not raising enough money, hiring inexperience, doing anything but sales, not enough market research in your launch, and then 5, doing nothing. Be with you guys later. So if you like, subscribe, comment on this video if you value what I'm talking about, if you value what I'm bringing to the table as far as discussion points. If you are thinking about starting a business, contact me. I am actually helping people take their small business expertise and build tech companies. So if you go to my website, www.chaseminifield.com, you can go onto my site and say, hey, this is me, right? Like I've started a business, I've scaled a business to, over 500,000 a year, $1 million a year, and I have an idea to start a tech company. I'm talking to you, right? Like, you have a great opportunity to create a tech company. I can help you do it. It's called the B to T program. But other than that, all my other listeners, all my other viewers, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and it's video number 3. I'll let you guys.